Hey there, all you far out cat guys and dolls. Alright, mixing my metaphors, but I didn't want to say cool cats and kittens because I thought of it, and even though I haven't seen the stupid show, I know it's from Tiger King. And everything I've heard about that is it's just a progressive train wreck of one bad thing to another. Oof. Anyways, now to the train wreck of the 1950s. Some poor kid who almost erased himself from existence in, good lord, what act are we on? Act 3? Yep, Act 3, Scene 3. Here we go. At Hill Valley High School, that's right, we left off at Doc Brown's house. Enter at Hill Valley High School. The school doth look so tidy, fresh, and new, as though a dignitary were expected. Remember, if my theory is correct, thou hast by chance in some way interfered at the first meeting of thy parents too. If they meet not, they shall not fall in love. If they fall not in love, they shall not marry. If they do not marry, they'll have no offspring. And if they have no offspring, Marty, then I fear for thee. What may on thee befall? Methinks 'tis why thine older brother Dave is disappearing from the photograph. Thine older sister follows him in time. Unless thou canst repair the damage done, 'twill be thy fate as well to disappear. So heavy is this matter, by my troth. Nay, Marty, weight hath naught to do with all. The students come. Which pupil is thy father? Just there, assaulted by a band of boys. And now, ha, your jests are over. Ye are so funny, and mature as well. Marty, aside. How it doth pain me, seeing father thus. Some brute hath written kick me on a sign affixed to my father's waiting back, and now the cowards render him his due. O father, was it ever thus for thee? Mayhap thou were adopted, possibly? George. A jest indeed, and full of wit and mirth. Your nasty kicks hath made me drop my books. Which one of ye shall pick them up? Oh, here we go. Enter Sir Strickland. McFly! By Jove, Sir Strickland! 30 years unchanged. Has this mean man ne'er had a wisp of hair? Belike his constant baldness turned him sour. Take care, McFly, and ship-shape make thyself. Thou art a slacker, and a laggard too. Wouldst thou be thus abused thy life entire? Nay. Wherefore did thy mother give him notice? How looked she with favour upon his imp? I know not, Doc. She says she pitied him because her father struck him with their car. And there's the rub. Aye, there's the rub. He struck not George, but me. 'Tis known in scientific circles as the Florence Nightingale effect. Indeed, to fall in love with one for whom one helps. It happens also in our hospitals, when nurses with their patients are enamored. Now, to thy work, good lad, undoing that which thou mistakenly hast done before. Marty. George, friend and comrade mine, how hast thou been? I nearly everywhere have searched for thee. Dost thou remember me, the person who hath rescued thee from harm not long ago? Indeed. Good, there's someone thou shouldst meet. Lorraine, hello. Oh, Calvin! Thou art here, thou whom I fear I'd never see again. Pray let me introduce thee to my friend, a lad of some renown, and handsome too, a lord to a lord, a man to a man, stuffed with all honourable virtues, yea, a person excellent. 'Tis George McFly. The pleasure of the meeting is my own. Lorraine to Marty, ignoring George. How is thy precious pitiable pate? 'Tis fine, 'tis well. So worried have I been since thou did wander hence the other night. Pray tell me, art thou well? For if thou art for if thou art not, I shall be sadder than the day is long. Be not afraid, for I am well indeed. Alas, I am bound to fly to my next class. I must see thee again. See what I said? Is he not the captain of a mighty ship, the pilot of a dreamboat in the extreme? Exhumed all but Marty and Doc. How shall I play these cards, Doc? For the girl hath hardly looked in his direction. See? The situation's worse than I had thought. The odds are stacked against our weaker hand. Apparently, this queen would take the jack instead of the true king who suits her best. Thy mother is infatuated with her son, even thee, as if we were the Greeks and you, Oedipus, to her Jocasta. Wait one moment, Doc. What didst thou say? Dost say my mother burneth hot for me? 'Tis precisely thus. 'Tis heavy, by my troth. There is the word which thou dost use again. 'Tis heavy. All is heavy unto thee. Why hath the future so much heaviness? Hath aught disrupted something in the earth affecting its own pole of gravity? What? Is it ever only science with thee? The only way these Homo sapiens shall be convinced to mate with one another is to get yeah. Sorry. Oh my gosh. Yeah, apparently, Marty, it is always science with Doc. Oh, Lord, okay. It wasn't that bad in the movie. Oh, God, okay. I mean, it kind of was, but it wasn't not that extreme. Okay. The only way these Homo sapiens shall be convinced to mate with one another is to get them together, by themselves. Thy mother and thy father must have interaction in a social space... A date, in layman's terms? Such thou dost mean? Forsooth! Yet I have no idea, for what do children of the 1950s do? They are thy parents, or shall one day be. Thou must know aught about their preferences, what their common interests and likes. How do they pass their many hours together? Naught that doth come to mind. Behold, this sign! A rhythmic ceremonial ritual approacheth on our vital Saturday. The enchantment neath the sea dance, Doc, of course! The memory comes swiftly to my mind. It is their fate together to attend, wherein the lovers shall their first kiss share. The plan is sealed. The wheels are set in motion. Stick to my father. Oh, I gotcha. Where the shall their first kiss share. Then back to Doc. The plan is sealed. The wheels are set in motion. Stick to thy father, and 'twere glue to wood. No more shall we be led by happenstance. Make certain that he takes her to the dance. End scene. Another kind of a short one. We've had a couple of long ones. Not as long as that half-hour one, but yeah. This is actually getting really fun. At this point, I think I'd kind of like to do this actually on stage. I'd say a one-man show, but that's just not my style. Because I love all the parts. I love George, Doc, Marty. Even Lorraine's kind of fun to do. But, I don't know, Doc or Marty, I think. I should probably do George, because I probably want to direct it to make sure it goes right. But this is great. We got to get a bunch of people with a bunch of copies of this and just actually put on a play. That would be fun. All right, guys. Thanks. See you next time.